And just, in the conversations, I just think there's just such a huge opportunity
Yeah.
for
Oh,
them to
definitely.
reach, have such a larger impact on the world.
Yeah.
So, we were brainstorming. We thought, like, wouldn't it be fabulous to have, some conversations, one-on-one, well, one-on-three, right?
Yeah.
With those of you that have a lot more experience with Veronica and Stefan, and just would love to, we might ask you a couple questions, but really sort of like unscripted, and just get, your heartfelt thoughts about
Yep.
experiences that you've had working with Veronica and Stefan.
Yeah.
And so I don't know much about your background, so maybe you can tell me a little bit about how you started with them. Where were you at when you started?
I started with Stefan and Astara back in May this year, and how I came about was I was on Facebook Live, popped up, and I heard Stefan's laugh, and I was in such a bad place, but his laugh just made me laugh. And I thought, oh, I'm going to watch these guys. They sound okay. So I watched them, and I really enjoyed what I was watching. So I clicked the button down the bottom that says follow. So I started following them, and every time they were on, I was there. It was like I was stalking them. And so I started to really get into a better place, and I thought, oh, I need to reach out. And then they talked about joining the group, where, like what you've done, where you joined the classes, but they also had a group where you pay a fee once a month. So I did that, and then you go on and you watch that. And so then it progressed from there, and I did the very first class that they had put together with two other beautiful ladies that I met. And so that's where my journey started. I've always been on my spiritual journey, but since May is when it's really come together and come to where I wanted it to be, with the support of Stefan and Astara. They're like family to me, because I don't have any family. And they're just so amazing. I can't not have a day where I speak to them or connect with them somehow. So that's the background of it. And the background of my life was a lot of stress. I was an abandoned child at the age of 10, and a lot of trauma from that age right through till now. But that has all gone. I've eliminated all of that trauma from my life, all of the habits that I created, the negativity that I lived in, because that was my protector. I protected myself from being hurt, so I had a lot of negative emotions. And but I learned over the last 6 to 8 months that I don't need to do that. I just need to be myself and who I created. And so with the support of Stefan and Astara, I created the real me. And I love who I am now. And for the first time, Tracy, I can actually say I love myself and I love who I've become. And I've gone to that from covering mirrors. I couldn't even look in a mirror. I hated myself so much. And I blamed myself for everything that happened, because I wasn't aware of any other way due to the programming that I had been through my childhood and into my adult life.
Wow,
So
I love
that's
that.
my history.
And I'm so, so happy and proud for you.
Thank you.
And did you carry that negativity and that protectionism like all through your life? And
I did.
Veronica and Stefan, or has it been a process?
I carried it all through my life till I met Stefan and Astara. And unfortunately, it manifested in a lot of severe illness. I've had cancer 3 times and survived that. Even while I was working with Stefan and Astara, I became ill with a severe stomach issue where they told me I would probably only live for 3 months. So I sought out alternate medicines and doing what I'm doing with my meditation and my faith and everything, prayer. And I was much better. I'm in remission now and have been since July. So it's really helped me immensely. Like, doctors were telling me that I had to have all this chemotherapy and I had to have all this other therapy, and I just went, no, I'm not doing it again. And Stefan and Astara said to me, you know, go within and you'll heal this. And so I focused on myself for that period of time and relieved all the stress. And stress was what was causing my illnesses. So now I'm really happy to say I have no stress in my life. I don't allow it to come into my life, and I don't enable anyone in my life that's going to undo what I've changed.
So what were, and sorry, Veronica and Stefan, I know you want to ask some questions, but I'm just like fascinated here. So like, what were like 2 or 3 of the things that you learned from Veronica and Stefan, or Astara and Stefan, that really helped you remove that stress and heal yourself? Like, that's incredible.
Yeah, to love myself, to be thankful for everything I have, even the lessons that I had to learn. Because I used to think, have I got a neon sign on my head that just says shit hit here? But I was thankful for the lessons because they taught me what I needed to know to get where I am today. And they taught me to just be very positive in no matter what the situation is. Look for the positive of that situation and don't let the negative energy enter your body. So by removing the negative energy all the time, it doesn't allow your body to manifest into any illness or anything that it needs to.
So
I actually had an accident 2 years ago, Tracy, and I was in chronic pain. And I've got pins and plates in my ankle. And Astara, I used to say to Astara, I'm in so much pain. I'm so sick of being in pain. And I was taking very heavy pain medication. I haven't taken pain medication for nearly 6 months. I have no pain in my body, and it's solely because I go within, I meditate. When I meditate, I feel like I'm stoned and I'm actually not even in my body. So I'm actually healing myself while I'm doing that. And then I just positively put that energy, I send it from my mind to the area of my body that's in pain. And it just stops. It makes it go away. And I've done that for months now, and I have no pain whatsoever. I've gone from being in a wheelchair to a walking stick to nothing. So the mind is a very powerful tool.
So really focusing on that positivity and just removing all of that negativity.
Yeah.
Focusing and loving you.
Yeah. And I really wanted the change. I think that's the key.
Yeah.
You've got to want it. You can say, yes, I want to change, I want this, but you've got to want it. And something that was so valuable for me, because I lived in my head, and Stefan always said to me, get out of your head, Ros, and go home. And I was like, wow. And that's what I do now. I live in my home all the time. I don't live in my head anymore.
Did you meditate before? Like, how did you learn to meditate?
I did. I learned to meditate about 20, 30 years ago. I went to a Buddhist monk retreat and I learned how to meditate properly with them. And I used to meditate as much as I could, but nothing like how I'm doing it now. Yeah. And I love my oils. I use essential oils. So lavender I'll put around the house, which keeps the house calm and peaceful. I burn sage at the end of every day to cleanse my house and relieve all the negative energy that's here. So, yeah, it's just little regimes that I have that keep me at peace and happy.
Hey, Ross, so I was wondering, how did Stefan and I contribute to the meditations doing that for you, that it was not doing it before you started working with us?
You showed me that I didn't have to focus I didn't have to really push my mind to think about what I wanted or what I needed. And you taught me that it wasn't what I want, because that comes from a place of lack. So I had to meditate for what I needed within my life. And I do that to this day. And I also did the broom session with you. And that was amazing for me, because it took me right back to my very beginning of my life cycle and allowed me to go to a place that we call the cave, which is my cave. And that's where I go all the time. There's not one day that I don't go into that cave and just sit in there and just embrace the love and the energy that comes from that. And meditating with you guys while you're doing your classes. It's just amazing, the energy that you receive. So it's exchanging that energy with you that made me realize that I just had to be somewhere quiet. I didn't have to lay down. I could do it anywhere. I do it in the car. I do it in the shower. You know, it's just been amazing. Knowing that you can just close your eyes and take those deep breaths and take you wherever you want to go. And it takes practice to get to that level. But once you get there, you just want more. It's like a drug. You just want more.
And what kind of aha moments did you have while working with us?
I think the biggest aha moment was when you told me that I was living in my past, that I wasn't letting it go. I was hanging on to it. I was hanging on to the control because I had no control. I even get emotional now. When I was growing up, I had no control. And saying that was so hard to hear because I didn't want to be a controlling person. And so that was very confronting. But it was so good because you gave me the tools and the support to get me through that tough time. And I don't ever think about my past now. I don't ever revisit that area of my life. It's almost like it didn't exist, but I know it did, but it has no bearing on my life now. And I will be eternally grateful for what you guys have done.
And you know we love you so much.
I do. I feel the love, even though I'm on the other side of the world. The love I receive from you guys, I never ever received in my entire life. I didn't think it was possible. And I didn't even know what it felt like. So they were my aha moments, knowing that I just could feel so loved and so positive and just so happy. That was my goal in life, and I'm there. And I'm just expanding on that now.
You're part of our 12-week program. And in it, we've developed family with the participants. Would you tell us a little bit about how that has affected you, changed you? What's your thoughts on that and what it's done for you?
It's amazing that the class that we have, it's a 12-week program, and we don't get to meet each other before we start. But it's like the universe just puts whoever needs to be in that group together. And for me, it was really intimidating at first because I thought, oh, don't know these people. Do I really feel like I can talk to them? But through the program and learning the trust and how to blossom and be there to support each other, it's just incredible how we all reach out to each other whenever we need to. It's like an extended family of people that are all living their own lives, but all know that there is always someone they can turn to in their time of need. And that was so good for me because growing up, I had nobody. I was 10 years old and I had to survive. I didn't live, I survived. And then to trust people that I didn't even know, that was massive. But you just feel everybody's energy and you feel their positivity and there's no judgment. I've never heard any one of the people in their class judge either one of us or anybody. They're just so loving and they're all on their own journey. And they look up to myself and the other two ladies that did the 12-week class in the very beginning. I love the way that they come to us for advice because they see the transition in where we've come from. And that's so empowering. Just being able to support somebody so that they don't have to feel that they're alone. It's brilliant.
What core value did you find within yourself during these 12-week courses?
My core value was to take time for me and to love myself and allow myself to be able to say no when it's needed. And to just respect and love everyone, no matter what they do. Just send love to them and then walk away if you have to. And I live my life by that every day.
That's beautiful.
It's incredible.
It is.
You talk about us. What we do. It's incredible.
Right.
So,
Kira. She's agreeing. Shush.
So if someone called you up, Ross, and said, I'm thinking about working with Veronica and Stefan, but I don't know them from Adam really. They intrigue me. What would you tell them? Why would they want to work with us?
I have actually done this in the past, and I've said to them that if they really want somebody that's going to support them, be honest with them, be very open with them, that you guys are the people to go to. You tell it how it is. You don't fluff it up. You don't tell bullshit. You get to the groundwork and you keep people grounded. And the ongoing support from you guys, I've never had that from anybody in my business life. And that's what I say to them. If you want support and you want the truth and you want to really change what's happening for you, then these are the people to go to.
That's so that reminds me, it's something that we haven't asked yet. Has our work helped you in your business?
Oh, immensely. I've been in private practice now going into my 8th year. And since I started working with you guys and changing myself, my practice has almost tripled in clientele. My people, I have clients every single day, and they're mostly couples now, but they come in and I got actually, for example, yesterday I had a guy come in with his wife, and when they left, he sent me a text message and said to me, "Thank you so much. You're so good at what you do." And I was like, wow, that felt so good. And this is what's happening. Like, I've been just easily going along for the last 6 years or so and kept it going, and I've been building it up. But my confidence with myself and being able to market myself and just open it up to the universe. I just thank the universe every day and tell them how grateful I am for my life and for my business. And the clients are just coming in. They're just flowing in. I'm just going with the ebb and flow of everything. I'm not really doing anything. I don't do any marketing now. And it's just getting busier and busier. This is normally my quiet period where I can take 2 weeks off, but I'm still working, and I've got clients booked right up until the middle of January.
Wow.
So it's really been an amazing journey. Amazing journey. And I use some of the tools that you gave me with my clients. It works. It's very simple, but it works.
Wow. I just want to dance with you.
Love it. Love it.
It has been good. And it's going to continue.
Well, let's see.
And when, Esther, I was asking you, when you speak to people about the work that you've done together, like, what are you saying? And you talked about the support and the love, and, if this is what you're looking for, absolutely, these are the people.
Yeah.
But how do you explain the work?
A lot of people will shy away if you say that they're spiritual healers.
Right? And it's like, how do you explain it in simple terms that people get it that aren't, necessarily from a spiritual world?
Yep. So what I say to them is that they are life coaches, but they have a very spiritual side to them that will help them to get in touch with their beliefs and values if that's what they desire. And that's all I say to them about the spiritual stuff, because, like you say, a lot of people are like, oh, I don't believe in that crap. That's woohoo stuff, So I just tell them that they're life coaches and that they can work in a multitude of different areas, and that they have the tools to work with your mind and get you connected with, your body, and get everything in alignment so that you can keep aligning and ground yourself. Because if we're not in alignment, we can't be happy. We're just twisted, It's like you can't be straight if you're not aligned. And so if you're straight, then you're walking in that line and you're going forward. But if you're not aligned, you're going this way, you're going that way, you're going backwards, you don't know which way you're going. So Stefan and Astara help you to find which direction you need to go at that crossroad. And that's all I say to my clients. I say to them, well, you're at a crossroad right now. Which way do you want to go? And that opens up so many doors for them. They go away, think about it, come back, and then we go from there. And this is what Astara and Stefan do. They don't need the full story of what we've been through. They just deal with the behaviours, the negativity that they hear, your emotions, where your emotions are, where do you feel it, all of those sorts of things that I would never have even thought about, thinking about where I feel it. I just felt like crap all over.
And that's where a lot of people are at too.
Mm-hmm.
And what would you tell them? What would you tell the old you if you found us, if you were like somebody else? What would you tell
If I was me, the old me, I would tell them to watch one of your what do you call those, lives?
Live videos.
I would refer them to the lives and say, go and watch these guys and then tell me how you feel after you've watched it. And it's happened. A couple of people have come back and they've said, wow, they're amazing. And that's how I got to where I am, just from watching one of those lives. It was like it hooked me in and I just wanted more.
I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember telling you, well, we're creating our program, and you're like, well, let me know when it's ready. And when it was ready, you're like, I'll do anything, just get me in there. I remember that.
Yeah, because watching your live and watching the energy from you guys and the confidence and the knowledge that you have is so refreshing. You don't even have to think about things. You just talk so freely and confidently, and you do it in such a passionate way. And that's what made me feel safe. We all need to feel safe, especially when we're vulnerable. Where I was in the very beginning, I was so vulnerable and I had to protect myself, but I also needed to take that leap and have faith that by watching your audio, if people can't see the type of people that you are, if you watch your audio and then watch someone else's, there's no comparison. The others are just money, money, money. You know, do this, I can help you with this, blah, blah, blah. There's no feeling with it. You guys have compassion, empathy, and that's what drew me in.
So, Ross, you live with someone who
Yes.
just kind of was a bystander and just was watching you
Yeah.
go through these transitions without any interest at first.
Yeah. And she now is part of your group, and she's actually having coaching with you, Astara, and Stefan.
Uh-huh.
And her and I started to have a little bit of conflict because I was just so laid back and no stress. And before that, we used to be like at each other, you know. But now I've learned how to communicate with her, and it rubbed off, so to speak. And she said to me one day, I want to be like you. And I just said to her, you'll never be like me because we're all unique. But you can be the person that you want to be, the person that I know that's inside you. And she has, her life in the last month has changed dramatically. And she's so happy, she's so contented, and she knows that she's got a lot of work to do. But to watch her blossom, it's just been amazing. It's like I'm watching myself back when I was going through it. And I just love it. And we are just both so peaceful. It's just amazing. Our house is a very peaceful place for both of us. There's no more growling at each other or, you know, getting frustrated.
Sounds
we
like
know
only
each other.
Was Kiara.
She says
so
to me
cute.
that she says that the beast has been tamed. I was very angry. I was a very angry woman. And I'm not proud of what I used to say or do. But as I said, that was my coping tool that I created to keep people away from me, to stop them from hurting me. But I found a better way to do that and do it with strength and love.
And so that comes down to the question, what would it have looked like if you did not work with us?
I don't believe I would be here. I was at a level where I was ready to, I just wanted out. I'd had enough. And to be completely honest, the only thing that stopped me was my special needs son. I needed to be there for him. And so I just kept pushing through it. But he has a gift himself that if he wasn't around, I wouldn't be sitting here having this conversation with you, because I was in a really bad place and I just didn't want to be here anymore. I wanted to go home. But now, I don't want to go anywhere.
Except for here.
I was just going to say, over to you guys in May. That's where I want to be. Yeah.
I was going to ask you that. So what's next?
I'm planning to go over and spend some time with Stefan and Astara in May next year.
Wow.
And wherever that leads us, we don't know. But it can only be the best trip in my life. Just to spend quality time with them. I can still continue my journey with my clients over there. And I'd love to start doing some retreats next year. That's my goal. Spiritual retreats as well as counselling, mixing them all together. And I just think it's going to be amazing.
Oh, the three of us in retreats? Oh, yeah.
Sounds fabulous.
Yeah.
The non-stopping trio.
It will be. I can see it. I'm so excited because I can actually see us doing it. It's like a vision. It's there constantly. It never goes away. It's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
I can feel it.
Mm-hmm.
Ros, I'm so, honored to have had the opportunity to meet with you and be in group with you.
It's been amazing.
And even more so, like this evening, hearing your story and where you were, and in a 6-8 month period,
yeah,
the inner growth, the physical growth, quality of your friendships, your business, just
it's been amazing.
Highly honored and to know you.
Thank you.
And I look forward to many more fabulous conversations. You're a beautiful lady. You're an absolute beautiful lady.
Thank you. I can take that compliment now.
Yes, you can.
I was never able to take a compliment. But it's beautiful. Thank you so much, Tracy. That means a lot.
Thank you.
And thank you guys. I love you both so much.
We love you too, Ros, and thank you for coming on here and sharing. Your testimonial, sharing
from
where you've been.
Yeah, from your heart. It's just
all from my heart. All. My heart is so full at the moment, and that's how it's going to stay. It's not going to get broken again.
One last thing before we go. Your son has changed because of your changes, hasn't he?
He has. He has. He's 42 now, and he has had quite a lot of challenges in his life. And he had some behaviors that were really, he created in his mind through mental health because of the challenges he'd been through. But now that he sees myself and how calm I am and how in control of my life I am, and I'm not teary and I'm not angry and I'm not agitated, he is so happy and contented. He used to have to ring me, and I mean have to ring me every day. And he's gone from ringing me every day, to my disappointment, to nothing in a week. And I'm like, God damn, this is what I was working towards, but he's just taken off. So he's flown the coop. And I spoke to him last night, and he was so beautiful. And he said to me, Mum, pack your bag. Don't forget to pack your bag for our holiday. And I said, no, I've got it packed, darling. He goes, I said, you don't have to tell me to pack my bag. He goes, no, I just love you and I don't want you to forget. And I was like, oh my God. And he now tells me at the end of every Skype session, I love you, Mom. But he's just so contented. He's had no episodes of his mental health in almost 6 months.
Wow.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Wow. And he's also gone on to win awards, right?
Yes, he got first place about 3 months ago for 10-pin bowling in Australia-wide. So I'm so proud of him because that's his skill that he has, and he's very good at it. And then last week he won 3 more trophies and a sports bag. So he's going forward leaps and bounds. He's just doing amazing. And he's with a new company now that are supporting him, and they're coaching him like what you guys do, but in disability services. And that started a week ago. So I can only imagine where they're going to have him next year. He goes to the bank now and gets his own money out.
Wow.
And he can't write, but he can write his first name. And it's a bit hard to understand, but it's legible. And so he's allowed to go and get his own money out now from the bank, and he thinks that's just amazing. So he's really, really grown within himself. I am so proud of him. You know, we've had a lot of challenges along the way, but I just love him dearly. Love him dearly. And he literally kept me going.
Yeah.
You know what, Ross? When we began all of this, I didn't think about the ripple effects it would have with your roommate and your son, and then all your clients, and it's changing the world, isn't it?
It is. And this is why, and I think I've said this to you both, my intuition and all of my energy tells me that if you guys can get out into the world to many, many people, you would make such a difference to so many people's lives, and the world would be just that little bit better than what it is now. I truly believe that. It's needed so badly. And if anyone can do it, you guys can.
Thank you.
I truly believe it. Everywhere I look, there'll be your faces.
I'm all for it. Let's dive in.
It will be great.
And this is and we want to just thank you, Tracy, because this is what you're going to help us do.
You're doing it. You're doing it, and I'm witness to just some incredible work that you are doing with your extended family, and absolutely we're going to work together. And Raj, you're helping us. You know, we are going to absolutely ensure that this message gets out in a much bigger way. And yeah,
so cool.
you're going to be seeing those names. You're going to be seeing those names outside of group. That's I have no doubt. Love all of you. Thank you so much, Roz. I learned so much.
Thank you so much for the opportunity.
And I'm so grateful that I found you.
Us too.
I'm so grateful that I found you, and yeah, you know, let's continue to grow and develop and take our lives to the next level, and also impact many more people in the world.
Sounds amazing.
Astara and Stefan have a beautiful gift, and you've shared it so eloquently with us this evening.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness, thank you.
You're very welcome.
Much love to you.
Thank you. Yeah. Love you guys.
Love you all.